Taking back your personal power so that you are no longer triggered by others. Part 3. Now you have awareness of how you work. You know your check engine lights and where your thermostat is set and how easily or not it may be to manipulate it, right, by others. To take back your personal power, we first have to do something that is so easily overlooked, but so small, it's a pause. You take a brief pause in a moment to separate yourself from what has just happened and how you're reacting. So immediately we want to figure out what you're thinking as a part of that reaction to what just happened, because what shows up in the mind has already shown up in your body, and that's why it's so important to know exactly what your body is communicating to you. You see, our brains want us to always feel safe and loved and worthy, so it's trained to default to your check engine lights. So whenever we feel those things, our check engine lights go off because that's what we've trained it to do. When you pause, in that pause, you want to take 4 really deep breaths, right? Taking those deep breaths reset your nervous system back to parasympathetic, back to a relaxed state, reset and slow down before the train runs down that old track. Now, back to the thought. And this is something that I learned from studying the work of Byron Katie and actually teaching theater. You want to ask yourself, is this thought true? Will other people agree that this thought is 100% true, or is it just my brain, my nervous system perceiving a made-up threat? Is it my body's way of being dramatic or even overreacting to something? You see, when we take a brief pause and reset, things become a whole lot more clear. Immediately, you think of something grateful, something that you're grateful for, which will immediately replace that thought, because it's impossible to think 2 thoughts at the exact same thing. So one replaces the other. So overall, the goal is to know yourself so well that you know how you work. You know how you react when you feel unsafe, when you feel threatened, pressured, unaccepted. And the point is to interrupt that unuseful thought. And it's unuseful most of the time, with the exception of, sometimes your life is actually in danger. But when our check engine lights go off, a lot of us are not in any type of physical danger, right? We are perceiving thoughts that now have been mistaken for fearing for our life, and we're just scared or we're intimidated. So we interrupt the thought with a reaction, with a pause, we ask the question, and then we go immediately to gratitude. The more you do this, you will retrain that automatic programming and no longer lose your personal power. You will always be in control. And even if for a moment you slip, bam, the shorter that time is, sometimes it's just a few seconds, you are still in control. So thanks so much for watching this video on the path to creating your next level you. Please subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share it with someone else you think who could benefit. See you on the next video.